Welcome back, everyone. As you probably guessed from the title of the video, as well as the thumbnail, we were talking about this guy right here. This is the Steiner MPS. What is it? Well, it is a fully enclosed red dot optic designed to be primarily ran on pistols. However, it does use the Aimpoint ACRO footprint, so you could use it on rifles. There are plenty of rifle mounts out there for the Aimpoint ACRO footprint optics, and I happen to have one, and I have used it on rifles and pistols, PCCs rather, as well. We have many thousand rounds through these. I actually have 3 of these at this point, and I've had them in for years now, so this is a good long-term review, if you will, high round count review. But of course, we're going to do some drop testing, as always, to see if it can hold up. I think it'll probably be okay, as most enclosed optics typically are, but there's only one way to find out. We will, of course, do that here in just a second. So why would you be looking at this versus some of the other competitive offerings out there? Well, in my opinion, the biggest selling point of it, if you will, is going to be that it is not Chinese made and that it is lower price point than the ACRO P2. Of course, we have a review of the P2 that you guys can check out. It's a good optic. It's much better than the P1, which I kind of trashed in my review, rightfully so in my opinion, but the P2 is decent, no doubt about it. But for people who don't want to buy a Chinese optic, but want something that is this mailbox style of optic, it's definitely one that I think a lot of folks have looked at. They seem to sell well from what I am seeing. And again, although Steiner is a German company, these are manufactured in America. So that is something that people definitely like. The dot size on there, from what I know, I think they're all 3 MOA, which could be a pro or a con. If you have a different dot size preference, then it's probably a con, but I think a lot of people are happy with a 3 MOA dot on a pistol. I have no issues with it. It is within the size that I don't mind one way or another. So there is that. Battery life on this, rated battery life, which is interesting. Rated battery life is 13,000 hours. Like I said, I've had these for years. I have not changed the battery on them, and by that definition, they should be, dead, but they're not. And I've kept it on the standard, like what you would actually use on a sunny day setting the entire time. So battery settings, they may be underselling it, is what I think at this point, just based on my personal experience. Battery is loaded there on the top. Windage and elevation are both going to be 1 MOA clicks. They are flat, which is fantastic, so you can use normal tools to adjust them. I don't know why optics companies don't all do this. It's something I rant about. The same thing with the battery tray, or cover rather. You can use normal tools, just a screwdriver to adjust it, or on the case of the actual windage and elevation, a lot of brass cases will actually work on there. So somebody was thinking there, big brain out there over there at Steiner. So that is a broad overview of the optic itself. With that, let's head out to the range, start doing some drop tests, see how it does, and then come back. We need to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is the Stinger Combat Optic. It's a mil-spec holographic optic that brings military-grade tech to your rifle. A crisp HD circle dot with a 1 MOA center dot, as well as that 65 MOA outer ring that many of you guys know. It also allows you to select between red and green illuminations with 8 brightness levels that are easy to adjust as the lighting conditions you're shooting in also adjust. The optic is built tough with an aluminum housing. It's both fog and shock proof. However, it only weighs 6.9 ounces. It's lightweight and battle ready. It mounts to Picatinny, Weaver, and Mill standard rails, and it runs on a rechargeable CR123A battery and has auto shutoff to maintain good battery life. Typically, the optic comes in at $240. However, now with my link, it is just $79. That's 67% off for my audience, plus free shipping and a 60-day money-back guarantee. You head over to mcgtac.com/GNG to pick one up. All right, folks, drop test time. We're going to fire around here at about 25 yards, make sure we are zeroed, and then start the dropping. All right, that one was point of aim, point of impact, dead center of the target. So that could have been a 1-inch target. We would have been good on that one. So, all right, I am just under 6 feet tall, 5'11 3/4. We're gonna drop this thing from shoulder height. See how it does on a shootsteel.com plate. Good hit. Everything's fine, but it definitely hit it right there on the back, straight on. Those are two gnarly hits. That one actually hit right on the actual turret there, so we'll see how that does. That was the first one there. You can see the ding in it. All right, let's see. Oh. Those are brutal hits, guys. Every one of those was a direct hit. But it looks generally okay. You can see some materials coming off on that metal. Glass looks fine. No issues at all in the glass. Totally fine, didn't lose zero. Can't be mad about that. As you guys just saw there, the optic did just fine in the drop test, which is exactly what I would expect. Again, I haven't had a fully enclosed optic of this size fail the drop test yet. It's just the open emitters that are like, you know, depends on the optic, if you will. So very durable. I definitely do dig that. One thing that people will always talk about when we're talking about any type of enclosed emitters, particularly the mailbox style like this one, is going to be the window size. I should be putting that up here on your screen. I don't really mind it because I shoot with both eyes open. However, I realize a lot of you don't. And if you don't, number one, I recommend practicing so that you do in the future. But if you don't, then that absolutely does make a difference in terms of the window size of the window. And this one's average for a mailbox style. Not too big, not too small. There are plenty that are way smaller that folks definitely would dislike. One thing that's a good feature about it as a right-handed shooter that I like is that it's very easy to hit the buttons with your support hand. Now, if you're left-handed, that's obviously not going to be the case. You're gonna have to come up with your finger and work those buttons. That said, you really don't have to change them very often. I believe there's 6 daylight bright settings and 2 night vision settings. On that note, under night vision, it does look fine. The glass is not the clearest under night vision, but that's actually kind of what I would expect. The clearest mailbox style or fully enclosed style optic that I have used under night vision to date is the SIG, whatever they call it, M17, and then the black version of it, whatever that one's called. That thing has all the fancy technology for just that type of thing. However, it costs basically double what this costs. So there is that. So with that, let's move on to cost, right? Which is always important. The MSRP on these is like $529 or something like that. Street price. If you guys follow my social media or if you're signed up for my daily deals email, you will know that typically right now in 2025, as we're coming up to the end of 2025, you can frequently get these for around $399. You might have to wait a little bit for a sale, but when they go on sale, that generally is what they go for. And again, in my opinion, the biggest competitor to this optic is going to be the ACRO P2. And typically on sale, the ACRO P2 is going to be like $499, $520, something like that, somewhere in that range. So it's, you know, 80% of that. And the big difference that you're giving up on paper between the two is going to be the battery life. But the battery life, again, on this one has outperformed what it actually says it's going to be in my experience. So all in all, I would say I absolutely recommend it. If it's something that you're looking at and it meets what you want in an optic, then definitely get it. I have no qualms recommending this to people who are looking at it for sure. And like I said, we have thousands of rounds through these, all 3 of them, and have had 0 issues of any kind with any of them. So I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, definitely post them down below. You can also post those questions over at my various social media sites. I definitely recommend following on the non-Meta ones if you can, but if you have to follow on Meta, well, then you're going to see a censored feed that just kind of is what it is. Additionally, if you have done that and you're not subscribed here on the channel, but you like these types of videos, product reviews, I do a ton of product reviews here on the channel. Make sure you hit subscribe both on YouTube and Rumble. If you've done that and you're not seeing 2 to 4 videos a week here on the channel, you are being censored by an algorithm from my content. Easy way around that is to sign up for the email at the website here on your screen. This one will get you put on 2 different lists. One of them goes out once a month, and it has all my videos since the previous month's email went out, so that way there's no big tech giant censoring your eyes from my content. And it'll also get you put on the daily deals email list, which, as the name indicates, goes out daily, and it typically has 8 to 10 of the best deals that we find around the internet on a given day. If the email is going out and it contains the item, whatever it is, whether it be magazines, ammunition, guns, optics, whatever, things that people who watch this channel are into, whatever the item is, if it's in the email on a given day, it's the cheapest that I know of rather for that item, because I've already done the price comparisons for you, and hopefully that saves you guys some time and some money. There's also a good meme in there that a lot of folks like, so if you're into just Pro 2A memes, you can sign up for it just for that. And lastly, we do have an SMS service that you guys can sign up for by texting gear to the code here on your screen from your phone right now, or you can head over to the website and sign up for it that way. Whichever way you want to sign up for it is fine by me. That goes out at most once a day, has one of two things typically, either a super smoking deal that I know is going to sell out, or a new video that just dropped, once again getting around that algorithm. So that is it. That's all I got for you. Thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you have a Steiner MPS, let us know how it's been down below, and I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.